Welcome to Club Damingo, brought to you by Cyclone Comics.
I'm not even looking at you, Gary. I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking at
we're hopeless. We're doing all of our homework right about now when we press record. Now, this show is going to be, this chat is going to be sloppy as all hell.
I think it might be. So yeah.
Hi Tim. Hi Tim. How you going?
I'll look you in the face. There you are. Hello, Gary.
Stop doing homework. It's too late now. The teacher has gathered up all your homework. And watch out, Rusty's here.
Rusty. My Boots has already come and gone. Boots is down the hall. There you go. You can see Boots there.
Hey, okay. Let me see if Rusty can get on camera or not. There's Rusty.
Hello, Rusty.
Hey.
Hello, Rusty.
Oh, the other hand. He's looking unimpressed all the time. He wants to go into the. He wants to go into the other room where the beanbag is, and I opened the door for him and put him in his beanbag, and he was not happy. And then he wanted to go trawling through all of my comics, and I was going, no, don't read comics. So I had to get him, and he was making a mess as he goes. And I grabbed him and tossed him out, and I had to shut the door. And now he won't settle. He's just wandering around going, oh, well, there's Boots.
There's Boots on my shoulder. Boots
Very
on my
small
shoulder,
bloody
like
cat.
a Jiminy Cricket.
Anyway,
Boots had a visit from the new cat on the street the other day, and boy, she did not like it because the cat was in our backyard, and Boots is inside, and this other quite young cat, you can see that it's a young cat, is outside and just rolling around in the dirt. And Boots is really upset. Going, get out of my yard!
Get out of my yard! I wonder if cats have swear words.
I'm sure they do.
It's all their vocabulary.
That's right. It sounded very much like that. But I think I was up here working, and she was downstairs, possibly being asleep. And then I heard this awful noise, and then a thump and a crash. And
was it Boots trying to get out through the glass door?
I think it might have been, yeah.
See, I know cats inside out. They're munted. They're fully munted animals.
So she would have been a bit embarrassed as well. She ran into the door, embarrassed in front of the new young turtle.
That's right.
Well, we saw this cat the other day just outside my window here. We were downstairs getting out of the car, and Anne-Marie said, "Oh, there's another cat walking across the top of the fence or the wall of the house across the road." And I didn't see it. It had kind of gone in behind some trees and then down the tree, like towards the ground. I'm going, oh, I missed it. And then the next thing I know, there's a rustle, and out comes this cat with a lizard in its mouth. And I don't mean a skink that's like the size of your finger. I mean a skink that was at least as long as my hand, if not longer.
A monitor lizard.
Yeah, and it was just hanging. I'm pretty sure it had its head in its mouth, and the rest of the body was just flopping around. And it like danced across the street and up the road to go back to its house to deliver to their owner, I guess.
Yeah, look what I've got. Look what I've got.
That's a heck of a new addition to the street. So yeah, looking forward to it. So we call her Lizzie now because she caught that lizard. We don't know what her name is.
Yeah. We've put Rusty on a bit of a diet, which he's not happy with. So he's been bringing in food items left, right, and centre, like live ones that he'll let go under our bed, and go, this is what I'm talking about. This kind of value-added protein, please. Thank you very much. No, you're on a restricted diet. I will not be edited. Here's another mouse. Here's a baby rat. Here's another mouse.
Yeah, it's funny because they can hunt when they want to or have to.
Yeah, and that was half the reason why I was keeping him fat because
to stop that from happening,
to stop the carnage, But now he's on a health kick, a reluctant health kick, and he's adding to his diet. Although I've been taking the animals away from him before he can do too much damage. I haven't released them. I have, disposed of them myself. But boy, oh boy, cats, they can be difficult sometimes.
Yeah, we love them though.
What else has been happening? How's your week?
Good. I'm still remastering the trade paperback for Greener Pastures issues 1, 2, 3, 4. And
I can smell that it's going really well.
Oh my God, it's going so well. You can smell it. Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, we're I reckon we're like honestly only a week to 2 weeks away, probably 2 weeks away from being able to put together the final PDF and get it
That's
to the printer.
great.
Anne Marie has already ordered all of the boxes to put them in. So they're sitting downstairs, and any of the add-ons that people have bought, she's already put them together. We haven't pulled the trigger on Kickstarter. Like I didn't realize how ignorant I was about how Kickstarter works at this point. Because is there a thing I have to like click on and then finally download everybody's information and emails go out and they get asked to check their postal address? Is that right? I haven't done that before.
No, I haven't done one in a while either, but there's probably two stages where there's the front end functionality where you send out a questionnaire so that people update their address or their preferred email address and postal address. And so it's a questionnaire that you send out to get all the current stuff, but you can also access all that information on the database as a client of Kickstarter at the back end and download a CSV file with all that information once it's in.
Yeah, right. I've downloaded the spreadsheet file, but yeah, I mean, I'm running over a year late, so I better check that everybody's still at the same address that they were.
That's right. Or send a notification out, like to everyone saying, warning, I know it's been so long.
Yeah.
If you've moved recently or, update your address, send it through, or, if you've already filled out the questionnaire, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And all of my backers have been like probably close to 99%, probably more than 99% patient. There's been a couple of people who have been a little bit more rumbly about it, and I totally understand that. And I don't take that bad, like I take it as badly as I should, which is so got to put something in. I'm not 100% certain, but it'll probably be like an A5 print to say sorry and thank you, and it'll only be printed for that mail out. So we had about 100 backers, so I'm only going to print like 110 maybe. So I've got 10 here for records, but that'll be it. That's all that we'll do here. So yeah.
Do you want any of these trading cards that you've the Greener Pastures ones that I might?
I've actually got plenty, and we did have some orders for them. So I'm not going to give them away for free because some people did buy those.
Oh, okay, right.
So it's going to be something very specific that everybody gets, that no one else will get ever. And I know for some people that doesn't help. But I can't really think of what else I can do, and I'm not going to be giving money back.
It's a token apology for the lateness. A token apology.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, cool. Yes. That's good. Don't ask how my week was because it's been really flat out busy.
Terrible.
And
we've had some festivals, haven't we?
We had festivals, left, right, and centre. And
I had Festival of Bongo here, and you had Festival of Mango there.
Yeah. It's just been pretty hectic, and work has ramped up a little bit as well recently. So it's been one of those weeks where has the time gone? Because we're recording this on Thursday morning. We've bumped it back a couple of days as well, so we're kind of running late. So
we're running late, but they won't know because they're going to get it Thursday night anyway, right?
Well, yeah, that's if I can edit in 40 minutes or so. Yes. So it might be a day late. This one, but hopefully not, or later on tonight.
We're recording on the Thursday, which we rarely do. It's normally Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. No, I was running around. I was running around like Wolverine on the cover of Weapon X, with all of that stuff and the helmet and the big box hanging in front of his manhood.
Steady on.
But that was me on Monday and Tuesday. I had like a heart monitor thing on my chest. So yeah. It's funny. I don't think they shaved Logan before they Weapon X him.
It'd be like bathing a cat.
That's right.
Snick it.
So yeah. So I've had it's amazing how quickly my fitness deteriorated. I don't want to say health because my health is okay, but my fitness deteriorated in 6 months, where I just ate really poorly for the last 6 months and stopped exercising in any way other than my daily my daily life. So I went back to exercising, and I think it's and my diet was easy to fix, and I think that the exercising my heart is going. Well, this is all well and good, but I'm not in sync with your blood pressure yet, and like I don't like what's going on here, McEwen. So very often after I've sat to do work or even just sat in front of the telly or sat in the car, I stand up and I have pretty bad head spin, like
Right.
sometimes
Okay.
really bad. Um, so and it feels to me like it's just a blood pressure thing, but the doctor said, "Do you get a spike in your heart rate?" I'm going, not that I've noticed, and I haven't noticed it at all. And he said, "Well, we better put a heart monitor on so we can
Mm,
test it."
mm.
And once he said that, though, the couple of times I've had the head spins since, and they're not so bad now. Um, I do realize that there's like a pounding in my head for the same amount of time, and I guess that's just like the blood trying
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
back into my head.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
It's,
that's why we didn't record Monday or Tuesday because I was at the doctor's getting hooked up and then at the doctor's again getting it all taken off.
yeah, and then festivals of birthdays and all that kind of stuff. So, and yeah, it's been one of those crazy weeks where time has flown, and even pushing the show was recording back a couple of days, it's still gone. Vzz. So, anyway, we'll see how it all unravels. Unravels. It'll
That's
unravel.
right.
It'll
It will
unravel.
unravel. Yeah.
Yeah, the one of the things I wanted to chat about this week because it's pertinent is not the Iran political situation, but the effects of the Iran political situation. And
And and not the stuff we were talking about for the last 20 minutes before you hit go.
no, no, no,
Not that stuff.
not that stuff at all. No, no, because I was thinking this
That
morning
was
that
such great stuff. Sorry, go on.
what?
No, go on, go on. I'm just
Well, we'll cut that bit out.
no, we won't.
Yeah. How it's going to affect on the short term Kickstarter campaigns with printing costs and paper costs in particular, and postage even. We might have that thing where we had last year where posting to certain countries might be restricted or stopped because of bomb threats and all different kinds of
Yeah,
things that sort of play out from the political situation that affects Australian comics and
yeah,
how it could really be quite damaging as to what could happen because we've had tastes of it in the past.
yeah.
And your campaign is pretty much locked and loaded and covered, but there is stuff that's happening
Oh
now.
no, but it's not because I haven't printed it yet, right? So,
Oh, flow
did you
on. Yeah,
see
of
the,
course. Yeah,
the
of
the
course.
post from Baden during
Yeah,
the
yeah,
week?
yeah, yeah.
It's
That's
my
that's what
boss said
prompted
you're
me to think
yeah,
about it. Yeah,
yeah. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I should have printed this trade paperback like 2 weeks ago because he's saying prices are going up for the first time in whatever it
yep,
was. He said 2 years or
yep,
something, like a really extended period of time. Paper prices are going up for the first time in a number of years. And it's like,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God, it's already very expensive to do what we're doing if we're printing. So,
Yeah, and I'm concerned that it might really badly affect, you know, what do you do with a Kickstarter or a crowdfunder to try and absorb these world events that won't affect your production and release to the point of sending you bankrupt? Because all postage costs could easily go through the roof, and if you mishandle postage costs and charges and like ongoing costs along those lines, you're
yeah,
absolutely stuffed if it goes wrong on you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So again, one of the big mistakes of running a campaign and then not fulfilling it for well over a year, which is what I've just done, is all of the postage have probably gone much more expensive than it would have been if I'd fulfilled it when I thought I was going to.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, it's eating into what little I was going to make out of that trade paperback as it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
But do you have to be, in kickstarting and being a comic book creator or a creative person doing crowdfunding campaigns? Do you have to have it's hitting off overseas? I'm going to put this off for 6 months, 8 months to see how the dust
yeah,
settles, and that is just a train wreck of planning. So it's very
yeah,
hard for a lot of people.
yeah, yeah. I've got no idea. Got no answers
Um,
for that.
I do know that there was one campaign that I bumped into. I forget which one it was. That they were just doing the production costs. They were leaving the postage out, and they'd charge that when it was time to ship.
Yeah, which I
So,
believe is a methodology that's been around for a while now.
but doesn't that
So
come across as a double hit, a double payment to the customer? Like, right, I've bought a comic,
yeah,
and then I got to wait for X amount of time because
yeah,
this fund, I think it was for one that was seeking funds to pay artists to get the work done. It wasn't already done; it was to be
right,
done. So there's a
yeah,
whole year wait. Then you get hit again for postage charges when the thing is finally ready to ship. And I thought, oh, isn't that at least awkward? You know, for someone to get his
That's the
price.
way. That's the way that Jeff Smith ran his last big campaign, which was for what was that for? It was for a Bone thing. Well, it was for Thorn. Was it for Thorn? The reprinting of the
Could have been, yeah.
pre-Bone material. Anyway, whatever the last really big campaign, whatever his last campaign was, because there were so many variables. You could buy Thorn, you could buy it as a hardcover, a slipcase, a soft cover, in this cover or that cover, and you could buy all the old stuff, Tukey volumes 1 and 2, or maybe 3, I don't know, and et cetera, et cetera. There's so many variables that they were not even going to guess at postage until they make your package. So yeah, it was going to be pay for what you've bought, and then we'll figure out how much it costs, and everybody will be told that after that period as well.
Yeah.
So
well, maybe that's the way to do it moving forward. It's the only way to do it moving forward, so that they don't
as long as it's a streamlined manner,
and it's communicated well to the customer.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, Smith made it very obvious. And when you back a campaign, there's a point at which it says how much postage and handling or whatever, how much it would cost to send it to you. And at that point, it has, from memory, it had like a big announcement, a big, a red flaggy thing saying, we're not charging this now. You'll hear about this later, kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that right, that it was the Smith one. So yeah.
So yeah, it sort of dictates that kind of change in the way things are done, which is the only way to move forward, so that the artists or creators putting these projects together don't get bitten on the bum. Yeah,
it's a very volatile anyway, especially in Australia. Like the postage rates seem to go up very regularly. So it's like, how do you know what it's going to be?
So
it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a scary time to try and still move forward. But I think your default attitude of if you must put it on pause, but keep on being creative. And then when the scene and you feel more comfortable to do the print and production distribution side of things down the track, do it, but keep on producing pages in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly.
And it might mean putting a project off for a year or two, but so be it.
Yeah.
Better than losing your house because you're in debt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a cheery start. I was just thinking about paper costs and Baden's post about the couple of years since they've gone up.
Yeah.
And so interesting times.
So if you're wondering who Baden is, kiddies at home, Baden Kurgan is the owner operator of Jeffries Printing, which is where a lot of us get our comics printed. Not everybody, but yeah, that's where I've had most of my stuff done over the last few years. And Baden is a comics fan and did some publishing for a little while and understands everything. So he's a good person to talk to. And but I saw
he understands the comic creator side of the equation, I think, more than others, and it's a special relationship with a printer to have an understanding of the whys and wherefores of getting comics together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I need to get a new quote from him, I guess. I would have had to get a new quote anyway because it's been so long. I never assumed it was going to be the exact same price, but now I'm hoping that the paper I want to print it on is the paper that he already has there, because it's the paper that number 8 was printed on. Which hopefully means that he won't pass on any increase yet. But we'll see.
It's interesting times. It shows how fickle the budgeting is for these things. How it takes almost a world war to affect print prices. Damn you, world wars!
Yeah.
Anyway,
just generally, damn you.
Damn you. Yeah. So, what else you got? You got anything on your list to chat about that's of interest besides Iran?
Are you wondering why I happen to have Hicksville sitting on my sideboard? And
the magic pen. That was a
sequel, and the magic pen, also by Dylan Horrocks, and this wonderful thing, Incomplete Works by Dylan Horrocks. I know Dylan's a New Zealander, but we love our brothers and sisters and other siblings in New Zealand. Do you want to know why I pulled these off the shelves? I know I just read that, but I wasn't reading these because Dylan's visiting Sydney this week. I was
going to say, yes, he's visiting.
So you're coming up? You're going to come up and have a beer?
Oh, yeah, right. I'm on my way. If I start now, I can start walking.
That's right. So I'm gonna. I actually the last time I think it was that I was in uh, New Zealand. I caught up with him for a quick lunch,
Oh,
and
lovely.
he signed my magic pen.
Yeah, nice.
Um,
That's
uh,
lovely. Hmm.
Book. Yeah, it is lovely. And I've never had him sign Hicksville or Incomplete Works, which is a book of shorts. And it's just as thick as the other two, or nearly as thick, and it's so beautiful. If you've never read that, it's full of all sorts of different methodology.
Right, right.
A lot of it is very
Geez, I saw
poetic.
a page there with lots of words on it. Oh, there's one with lots of words.
Yeah, lots of
Oh,
pictures, lots of
wow.
words.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's another great book. Lots of short stories and bits and pieces
Right,
that
right.
weren't in Hicksville. So
Yeah.
it covers a lot of years, I believe. So
How
yeah,
incomplete is it? Is it just random short stories, or is it stories
I
that
can't I
with
can't
open
remember.
endings? Right.
It's
Okay.
I read it when I bought it, which is a few years ago. So the opening story is 1996, but I'm
Hmm.
sure there are.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think I started reading Magic Pen when I think he was posting it online initially as he was working on some of the early stories, and I was going to get the collection but never have. So,
oh yeah, it's Magic Pen is same characters or one of the same characters, Sam Zabel, who's basically the stand-in for Dylan,
yeah.
and it's in color. This one,
Oh, no.
um,
Yeah, that's all very familiar. Yeah, very familiar.
yeah,
I don't
quite
know whether he
like his,
actually posted it online. I might be speaking out of school, but I remember seeing the first couple of issues,
yeah,
and I was going to get the collection. It looks lovely. Yeah,
yeah.
always good value.
So it kind of starts off in that dark space that Dylan was in when he was writing Batwoman, I think, for DC.
Right.
He didn't really enjoy that. Um, and then goes off into like so it starts semi-autobiographical, and then goes very far afield. And it's a bit of a rude one, that one. I forgot. I was flipping through the pages going, oh, lots of naked people. I forgot about that. So yeah, remember that when you buy it
Yeah,
for
well, I'm
your
not wearing any
grandmother or
pants
your
at the moment, so
grandchild.
that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think I might take those other two books and ask if you'd be kind enough to sign. So if you want to, the place where I think I'm going to catch up with him, I'm hoping that he's still able to make it, is this Friday night. So if we get this released in time, Friday evening at 5 p.m. Do you reckon it'll be up by then,
Oh,
Gary?
bloody hell. Yes, yes, it will. As long as we don't have any technical glitches and the editing is
Yes.
smooth as silk.
Smooth as silk. Let me bring up the details. There is a an event happening at UTS here in Sydney called Graphic Storytelling Social #1. And I saw this on Gabriel Clark's Instagram. But if you look up Graphic Storytelling Social and then UTS or University of Technology Sydney on the internet, I'm sure that you'll find the information you need. It's free. They would like you to buy a ticket or reserve a ticket so they know how many people are coming. But it is free. Did I end up like getting that up
Is this you doing homework on the fly?
did I get that up and running before? No, I didn't before we came on. So let's test it. Graphic storytelling social. Um, So if you don't know who Gabe Clark is, he's one of the people who run the Read to Me and the Folio book, not book, website that
Website.
was just
Yeah.
done
Mhm.
that we talked about the other week. Friday, March, here we go. So they're going to do like four presentations. Four people are going to present about graphic storytelling, comics, and other kind of aspects about such. Let me get to their names. So there's six people involved: Lee Lay, Holly O'Neill, CJ Wu, Finn McCabe, Gabe Clark, and Pat Grant. So that's a pretty powerful lineup already. The fact that Lee Lay is in Australia, I believe they're doing like a whole book tour for their latest comic called Canon.
Mhm.
Um, so this is part of that book tour. But so everybody's doing a short presentation about something.
Okay.
To do with comics and graphic storytelling. So that'll be at UTS in Haymarket, just off Broadway in Sydney. And that's Friday night, this Friday from 5 till 7. I'm going to be there in the audience. And, if you're interested in hanging out with comic book people, I reckon surely we're all going to a pub or a bar or something afterwards as well.
Right.
A showcase of research, teaching, and creative work about comics, graphic novels, and visual storytelling projects coming out of the Faculty of Design and Society and our immediate community. So,
Right. At
obviously,
UTS, which is the urinary tract sickness.
that's right. Obviously, very UTS centric because they're paying for it. But
Yeah. Right.
but I don't
UTS
know
is the
that
University of Technology, and what is the
Sydney.
S? Sydney.
Sydney.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know that Lee has anything to do with the uni there, Lee Lay. But Gabe and Pat are both and Finn, Gabe and Pat, all three of them teach there. So
Right. Okay.
so while we're talking about Lee Lay, I guess you call Lee expat. I don't know where they live now, but it's not in Australia. But they're visiting Australia for the release of their new book, Canon, which looks fantastic. I've always really liked Lee's work. So it's the 300. I'm just looking at it now. 304-page hardcover being released by Giramondo. Is that how you pronounce the
Giramondo or
publisher?
Giramondo. Let's say Giramondo.
So Lee is doing a 5-stop tour in Australia, which is fantastic. So on Friday, they'll be at Graphic Storytelling that I just told you about. On the 24th, they'll be at Fresh Takes at the State Library. I looked at that. I think it's like a $20 or $40 ticket or something.
Right.
The next day, the 25th of March, they're doing the official book launch, which will be at Wildflower Brewing and Blending. And I'm going to that for sure. I bought a ticket. I think the ticket was $20, but I bought the ticket and book combo deal, so I can get a book and I'll get it signed by Lee at the event, I'm sure. And then the day after that, the 26th, they're doing Beyond Trans Visibility at Marrickville Library. I haven't looked into these last two dates. On the 28th, they're up in Newcastle for the Newcastle Writers Festival and doing 2 events at the festival.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
yeah, Lee's doing quite a few things. All New South Wales are based. I know, sorry everybody. But if you're around, you should try to get to one of those things. I think the launch itself, which is at a brewery, would probably be the most rewarding for a comic book fan.
Right.
Unless you're in Newcastle, obviously, where you would want to go to the Newcastle Writers Festival.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of that stuff any one of those things will be great.
Right.
So yeah.
As we mentioned last week, this weekend in Tassie, there's some fun, interesting things to do with some graphic novels that are being launched. Run Home and Oh Brother. Run Home by Alyssa Bermudez and Oh Brother by Georgina Chatterton. So I've actually got a bit of a graphic that I can show, which will save a lot of heartache and woe.
You're showing a graphic now so that you don't have to edit it in later. Is that right?
That's correct. Not there, Safari. Let's see if that works. No, not Mycelium, the other one. Let's talk about Mycelium Complex, and we'll get back to the other graphic.
I was going to bring that up too. Yeah, very cool.
Daniel Reed's latest campaign. He comes highly recommended. He got in touch during the week to see whether we could talk about this campaign. And it's got 14 days to go and it's going really well, but needs a little bit of help. And Daniel Reed can really deliver the goods. So it's going well at the moment. 47 backed, 4 created. So if you don't know Daniel Reed's work, here's his bio on his site here. He's also the artist behind Evermore with Isabel Carmody. He's done grubby little smudges of filth, and the Mycelium Complex is his latest series where he's up to the 4th issue. So this campaign, you can also get the previous issues as well, but he's up to the 4th, and it follows a guy called Patrick who, as it says here, issue 1, would meet a small band of scientists in a post-apocalyptic future fleeing the Moa Men and embarking on a mission back in time. So each issue is set in a different time period going backwards, and it's quite an interesting setup. and the issue 4, the latest one. I don't know whether it's the final one, but it sounds like it, but it could be more. Hunted by a strange new menace, the mission grinds to a halt in the midst of the Great Depression. Patrick is forced to act for the benefit of the crew or risk having his history erased. So the premise is quite interesting. So it comes highly recommended based on his past work, and it'd be very satisfying. So hop on that. I'll include the Kickstarter link in the notes below. Homework.
And he's an award winner, right? He's been winning Ledger Awards like almost every time he's released something, I guess. I don't know. He's won a few of them. The work is always really good, highly detailed. And yeah, he's one of the good guys as well. It's always great to see him at a fair or a show or a con. So yeah,
and he just seems to be head down, bum up, just churn. If he's not working on other people's graphic novels, he's working on children's books, or he's working on the Mycelium complex. He's just doing it, and he keeps on coming out regularly with the Mycelium stuff. That's his latest project. So I'm just not sure whether it's a 4-issue series or more than that. So I have to do some research. But this latest campaign, you can pick up all the earlier issues as well. So there's that. So good on you, Daniel. Thanks for getting in touch.
Highly committed.
Now, here's the information about the 2 graphic novel launches that are happening this weekend. On the Saturday at Fuller's Bookshop, meet the artists behind Run Home and Oh Brother, live character drawing, comic worksheets and giveaways, snacks and chats and book signing from 3 p.m. this Saturday at Fuller's Bookshop in Collins Street in Hobart. And on the Sunday at Area 52, which is in Elizabeth Street in Hobart, we've got a Comic Creators in Conversation, chaired by Joshua Santo Spirito, behind-the-scenes process and visuals, Q&A with the artists, snacks and chats, and a book signing, of course. Brilliant. So highly recommended to go and meet those 2 ladies and their creative, and pick up a copy of their creative output there. So
what a great weekend to be in Hobart.
Yeah, indeed. So there's that. Now,
can I tag team on that before you go on to something else?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Georgina is going to be in Sydney as well at the Paddington Library on the 28th of March. So that's coming up. I think is that Friday week, maybe something like that.
It's a flying weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. So from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So I guess are you right? Is it a Friday or is that a Saturday? If it's a morning, no, it's a Saturday. So that's Saturday. Yeah. Saturday morning at the Paddington Library, and I seem to remember that's being hosted by Pat Grant. So
that rings a bell as well. Yeah.
So that'll be great. Again, I think it's free to go, but they'd like you to book a ticket. So just look up Oh Brother Sydney launch Paddington, and that'll come up. Again, well worth going to. I believe Owen's going to be in town as well, George's partner. But I'm sure there'll be other comic booky people there as well.
Right.
And just to see, I'm just checking. No, as far as I can tell, that's all Georgina's got left on her calendar.
Right.
She's done a couple already around, I think, the southern states. But I think
and that's on the 28th.
Yeah, I think Sydney's the only one after Hobart. So yeah.
Okay. Because getting back to me, also on the 28th down in Hobart, we've got the zine fair held at the State Library and Archives of Tasmania. Part of the Tasmania Reads Initiative, and that's from 10 till 1:30 on Saturday the 28th of March. So if you like your Tasmanian zines, get up there to the State Library, and I say get up there because I'm down south, but get to Hobart and drop in to have a look at all the latest stuff by the local artists around there. So
we got to get Babyface Chaloner to get a table at these things. You should be selling a couple of books at these things.
You think so, but he's a hard person to wrangle, so I've heard. He likes to stay at home.
Is that one of Dick Tracy's new villains, Babyface Chaloner?
Yeah, Babyface Chaloner,
yeah. Exactly.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. What else you got there?
Let's see. The zine fair, the Run Home and the Oh Brother, the Mycelium complex, Iran. It doesn't actually naturally flow well, does it? Comics, Iran, comics.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I was only going to follow up on a few emails that we've been sent over the last week or two.
All right. Well, before you do that, let's do a few more dates. And some of these are reasonably in the future. But a friend of the show, Dylan Naylor, is going to do an author talk on April 24 in the Ballarat Collins Booksellers.
Cool.
So yeah, and again, I know like we rattled these off, but just replay it and to get the dates and then look it up on the internet.
Do your own
Um,
homework.
yeah, what am I, your mother?
Yeah.
So Collins Booksellers, Ballarat. Ballarat Bridge Mall on Friday, April 24th. So that would be great. And I believe Stephen Paulson is there. So is Stephen associated with Pop Culture and Two Minute Noodles, or is he a local author, or do you know at all, Gary?
I don't know.
Yeah, shut up, Tim. Don't ask me questions I don't know the answers to. Okay, so that's
Don't make
one.
me look uncomfortable.
Great to go. And if you don't have your copy yet, go and buy it from Dylan there. And if you do have your copy yet, go and get Dylan to sign it. That would be awesome.
Yes. Or ask him to rip out page 37 just for shits and giggles.
Oh my God.
I don't know whether he'll do it, but you can ask him.
For sure.
As long as you've paid for it, I think he might do it.
And I wanted to do a quick shout out to one of the contributors to Greener Pastures #8, who on the internet goes under the pseudonym of Toast Child, one word, TOASTCHILD, Toast Child, and then a pseudonym of Maisie, also on the internet, MAISY, but the real name Megan Valens, who contributed a page to Greener Pastures #8, but does an online comic called Sunflowers and Lavender. And if you were to look that up, you would see that there is a huge number of people who follow that comic on whatever it is, Webtoons. So highly successful comic already. But she's got a book deal, which is amazing, fantastic.
Right.
It's just been released, both in soft and hardcover. So I believe it should be in your real bookshops like this week.
Wow.
So
Congratulations. That's great.
Yeah, and it's a really big deal. Sunflowers and Lavender, and it's definitely that kind of modern modern internet cartooning style with a slight anime kind of bend to it. But it's when done right and done well, it looks really lovely. And Toast Child's work does look really lovely. Maisie's work does look really lovely. So
Cool.
yeah, pick that up if you don't already know.
Another one in the bookstores. That's good to see.
Yeah, and it's funny because I only found out about her because I was working at CDW Studios at the time, which is a place just like JMC where I teach now, and they're an ex-student of theirs, and I was looking for people to contribute to #8, and somebody said, "We've got a comic book artist who is an alumni. Look them up and ask them." So I did. Lovely person, and I met them for the first time at Paper Cuts, very briefly because it was such a busy day. But they said they couldn't be in the same building and not say hello, which is fantastic of them to do. So I really appreciate it. So yeah, go out and buy that. I'm gonna. It doesn't look like there's any signing tour happening with that, so I've got to just try to remember the next time I'm in a real bookshop to see if they've got that in the. I think it's like the YA kind of section.
Yeah, right. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, Maisie Valais is the name that it's going under author-wise.
And what was her handle? Toast Child?
Toast Child.
Yeah. Okay. And you're Tea and Toast?
I was Tea and Toast. Not a lot of people.
Now you're just toast.
No, yeah, I'm just toasted. Yeah, not a lot of people remember that whole kind of tea and toast thing.
Yes.
The old.
We should bring that back. We should.
Yeah. There's nowhere to do it anymore. What was it called? The one with the bird. What's that social media called?
Twitter.
Yeah.
Or
that's where
No Deal X.
That's right. I really should just get off Twitter and delete that account. It's such an awful place.
Yeah, I don't.
I never go on there except to blurt something out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I don't bother with it. It's just a cesspool of lots of cesses swimming around a pool.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, there was a time, kiddies at home in the olden days, where if I hadn't tweeted by 10:30 a.m., it's time for tea and toast. People would actually contact me and say, "You okay? Is everything all right? Like we haven't heard from you today." It was clockwork. Sometime between 10 and 10:30, I would be stopping for tea and toast. I actually considered getting tattoos
and
Yeah, the
toast.
knuckle tattoos, T ampersand
TOAS.
toast.
Your shorter
T,
finger on one hand, I think.
no, it'd be like
TEA.
An O with the two dots over the top, and that
Uh,
spells toast.
tossed.
So I was pretty close to getting those knuckle tats made.
And you move a finger onto the other hand. No, anyway. Um,
Tea and toast. So yeah, that's been resigned to the mists of time, unfortunately.
all social media is getting a bit flaky these days. Facebook is
Well,
just becoming so glitchy and so many people complaining about it and so many ads before you get to a relevant entry by a friend or a group that you're interested in.
yeah.
I don't know about Instagram, whether you have seen that deteriorating over the last year or so, but
Oh, I really hated it when they A allowed it to not be square, and then B allowed to have more than one post on a thing, and then C allowed there to be noise associated. Like as far as I'm concerned, every one of those is a downgrade of a quintessentially lovely little platform.
it was a good idea when
But
it started and they ruined it.
yeah, shitification. But I loved it. Like I loved it. I loved it, but I got on board when it was you only posted stuff that were beautiful pictures. It
Yeah.
was all about making a lovely picture. It wasn't like a visual Twitter, which is what it is now. It's like people just put up any old shit at any old time, and it's like well, I
Yeah.
guess it's no longer pretty to look at. And I scroll through pretty quickly just to make sure that if there's something that I should know about. So yeah. So if you don't get likes from me on your Instagrams or your tweets, that's not because I don't like it. It's just because I'm zooming through or
Yep,
whatever.
yep. And you're not playing anymore. You're not a player.
No, that's right.
Yo, yo, boy. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. What else you got?
Let me just quickly check my. Oh, there's another one. You know that Mark Sexton's got like a 2000 AD cover, Judge Dredd cover. If you look him up on the internet, Mark Sexton, Judge Dredd, you'll see his latest cover. It's always fantastic when he gets to draw some Judge Dredd because that's one of his two huge loves, Judge Dredd and Mad Max. So anytime that I see that he's been able to do some more of that, I'm very glad for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and so Mark Sexton, Bug and Stump comics from back in the day, but also Mad Max comics and Mad Max storyboards, etc. Coming up on the 9th of April, all the way over in Western Australia, in Maylands, Aśka. Is that how you pronounce it? I know there's an umlaut or something over the S. But Aśka will be doing, is it a book launch? Yeah, it's a graphic novel launch. So it's uh, being billed as a cool slash nerdy graphic novel launch with Aśka and Oscar McKay. And they'll be doing cosmic battles, not comic battle, but cosmic battles, some pizza, science, chaos. And the book is called The Friendship Paradox. So Aśka is another one of those people who is just head down, bum up at all times, unless she's in front of a class or they're in front of a class teaching comics or talking about comics. It's just it's for a lot of these people that we chat about, it's very much the whole kind of it's all comics all day, all the time, and that's fantastic. I love it. So that's going to be in Maylands in Western Australia on April 9th. Thursday, April 9th in the evening. So
Right.
get along to that if you're around.
It's like launch season. It's like so much
Seems to
going
be,
on.
hey. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Lots going on. And what's it's called? PCAF have announced their international guests, which all look really interesting. They're not really people that I know a lot about, which would make for a great reason to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know already that certain Sydney people are booking their tickets and have applied, so so they want to go. And while we're talking about Perth,
We were okay. Yeah, Perth.
or Western Australia, there's a guy over there called Paul Essenson, Essenson, Paul Essenson, who's going to be a comic book guest at Perth Oz Comic Con at the end of this month. And I'm going, who's that? Like, how do I not know that name? Does he actually do comics, or is he one of these people who say, I'm a comic book artist, and then you go through their feed and all they do is fan art and no sequentials, and maybe they do some covers. But no, Paul does interiors as well. So that's another new name. So I just hit follow on
But
his.
does he do his own stuff, or does he?
I think it's mostly licensed stuff. Oh no, like he's working on his own graphic novel called Jane Jet. So Jane Jet, Book One, Nuclear Shadows, has been published by UK-based publisher, Mycelium. So there you go.
Okay.
These people are around and like, yeah, we don't even know. It's incredible. So that's a good reason to at least look him up if you don't want to go to a big Comic Con, which I can totally understand. But if you're going, definitely go and buy something from him. We need to support everybody as much as we can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And very adjacent, comic book adjacent now, but still art related, is one of the actors who was in the Greener Pasture short film, who's also a visual artist in their own right, Jeff Morrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have an opening of his own work in Redfern on April 17. Again, I know that's like a month away, but keep that in mind at at Revolve Gallery in Redfern, between the lines on April 17. So I'm hoping to get to that and bring as much of my family along to that as well. And again, it's I guess it's mostly abstract kind of
Yep.
stuff, but it's
Right.
it's
Nice.
really interesting and good stuff. So come along and support your local art.
Yep. Yep. Cool. That's a lot to take in.
It's been one of those shows, hasn't it?
It has indeed. Lots of to-dos and social stuff, which
Yeah.
sends a shiver down the spine.
Yeah. And
Means
most of that stuff, when I see it, I just screen cap it and then go through my screen caps live on air with you.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, on the email front, going back a couple of weeks, we got another one from Rook, who
Rook. Who is Rook?
we don't know who we don't know who Rook is, but he sent a lovely email, a happy birthday email for our 50-second show, and he sent through a lot of stats as well, which was interesting. So he invested a lot of time in doing some analytics for us, which was good. But at the end, he writes, let's see, and if you were to start watching Club Domingo right now, it would take over 2 full days of non-stop viewing to completely catch up. That's a lot of footage. And then he asked, do you have any fun facts about Club Domingo to share with us younglings?
I think I think that'd be time well spent, don't you? I think if somebody just like did the old Clockwork Orange, put
toothpicks in
their eyes to hold their eyelids open.
makes my eyes water. I just had recent eye surgery, the whole concept is
Fair enough.
Anyway, he also notes, did you see that Wayne Nichols' art has been turned into a mural at Melbourne's Marvel Stadium? I did know that. Yeah,
I
did see that on socials, and good on you, Wayne. It's a huge exposure of artwork there, Marvel Stadium. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if he gets paid by the square centimeter.
Yeah, right. And then he asks, have any of either of your works ever been turned into a mural? Not my work, that's for sure. I did help King's Comics do their Batman mural on when they were opening up their new store. I did help do the Photoshop master for that, which included doing some fill-in artwork where some figures stopped and others started, and there needed to be some bridging artwork to make it work. So that's my closest claim to fame as far as murals are concerned. So when you go into King's Comics and you look at the Batman mural up on the wall, some of it somewhere is some Chaloner stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a mural either. I've done like backdrops for school plays and whatnot. Being married to a school teacher, you kind of get roped into that every so often.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's probably the most I've ever done in that regard. And you said Rook asked if there's any fun facts, any
Club Domingo fun facts.
Can you think of any?
Not that I'm willing to share on camera.
Yeah.
No.
I haven't shown you this, and it's been sitting on the drawing board like for weeks now. There was a day where I said to myself, if I don't get off the computer and stop doing the remastering, I'm actually going to go crazy. I need to just draw something. And I thought, being in our second year, we'd change the logo of Club Domingo and put Trevor's finger there instead. So I drew Trevor's.
Yeah, let's do that.
No, we'll save that for when, like, maybe the next time I've got a Kickstarter or something.
Maybe you should have 2 fingers up.
Like that.
Yeah. Turn around the other way. Yeah.
I know. I thought I'd emulate what Flash was doing. Flash Domingo was doing on the Club
Yeah.
Domingo logo.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
I didn't finish it. So I don't know.
Very, very nice though. Very nice. You can
Yeah.
have it pointing to me. Tip it on its side.
Which side are you
The
on?
other way. The other way. 180. Yeah, that's it. And then I'll put my ear down there, and I can clean my ears out. Ah, yeah. Inked by
Yeah.
Gary Earwax.
I tell you what, like just sitting on that for, it didn't take me long, however long it was, I don't know, an hour or 2 hours or half an hour, whatever it was. Like it was just the release I needed on that day just to do something. Um, but yeah,
I
that's
think,
the level that I normally go to before I ink. It's
yeah,
very,
yeah. That's a nice amount of detail. Yeah.
yeah, it's
You know,
enough.
and you know, if Ashley Wood was to do that hand, that his little pinky would be up in the air.
The whole pinky?
Yeah, just a little bit of a yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Rook, for your all of your analytics and your questions. And
And
we
do we
also
know
last
you,
week,
Rook? Do we know you? Are you like that's a
yeah,
pseudonym, I think, Rook.
yeah. Well,
So
we'll call him Mr. Rook.
So feel free to keep on emailing in, Mr. Rook.
Yeah.
That was
And the other thing, last week
very appreciated.
we asked for people to let us know whether they watch right to the end with the Escape with an Australian Comic logo at the end, and we
Yeah,
got two confirmations by Rob Lyle, Spedsy, he watches to the end,
yeah,
and Nat Carmichael, he watches to the end as well. So that's
yeah.
two people. It's very important to get to that logo at the end. I might have to put some sneaky messaging in there to see whether people notice.
Yeah,
Like
some freebies. We'll give you some
Escape with an
freebies.
Austrian comic. See if anyone notices. The Austrian comic industry.
Yeah, escape with an Australian cosmic.
Yeah, that's right. So that's it. I think this week can be a short show because I need to edit it and get it all together. But we've done the
Good show, good show.
emails, we've done Mycelium, Daniel Reed, follow his campaign, 2 weeks to go. And then all of those book launches and book signings and social stuff to get to.
How
So
lucky are we? Like, how lucky are we?
if
You
you're
know?
close to any one of those and you're feeling a little bit housebound, get out and mingle with your fellow creators and publishers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was texting with Dylan Horrocks, and I was, he put the word out saying, are there any good comic shops, book shops, gaming shops that I should go to? And so I messaged him a few bits and pieces, and I said, when are you here? Because these things are going on in the next couple of weeks, and we almost never have anything of this kind of level. So we're being really spoilt at the moment. So if
Yeah.
you're into comics, take the spoilage while the spoilage is for the taking.
Yeah. But there could be little gems that just drip across the year, new book launches right across the year in between conventions and stuff like that.
Absolutely, and that doesn't even take into account the number of live fairs and festivals and cons that are happening already. Like we had the one in the Shire here in Sydney a couple of weeks ago, and so yeah, I couldn't even off the top of my head know what's going on. There's so many little conventions going on. Newcastle had their first one, and so yeah, it's you just got to keep your eyes out.
Yep, that's right.
And you have to support them, otherwise they'll go away.
Yeah, indeed. So more and more of that stuff. So I got nothing on my list. That's all done. So whatever we say now is off the cuff.
Well, we'll see you later, kiddies. I reckon that's a wrap.
What's the saying?
More comics more often. That's what I say.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Bye, y'all.